Low-light plants are a total scam, I swear. Welcome back to the Plant Crime Files. Today's tragic victim was a stunning Monstera Deliciosa, found abandoned in a windowless, trendy apartment bathroom. The owner just wanted that aesthetic jungle vibe. She wasn't thriving. She was pale, stretched out, and desperately reaching for the door. I interviewed the owner. They showed me the plant tag. It boldly claimed, "Low light tolerant." That little plastic tag was the ultimate accomplice in this slow, agonizing, silent murder case. Plants do not eat dirt. They eat light. Sunlight is their only actual source of food. When you stick a Monstera in a dark corner, you are literally starving it to death. I conducted a visual autopsy. The once vibrant dark green leaves were fading into extreme yellow. Without light, the plant completely stops producing chlorophyll. It cannibalizes its older leaves just to survive. Notice your plant's stems getting long? Drop a pecule in the comments. It is not growing. It is called etiolation. The victim is blindly stretching, desperately searching for a single ray of sunshine. The official weapon in this massacre? The trendy, dark interior design of modern apartments. But we caught it in time. We initiated an emergency rescue protocol to save her life.
Wait, think the fix is throwing her straight into blazing direct sunlight? That is a huge mistake. A starving Monstera exposed to sudden, harsh, direct sun will suffer severe, fatal leaf burns instantly. We had to transition her safely. Step 1, move her just a few feet closer to a window. We found bright, indirect light, bright enough to read a book, but out of the hot sun rays. No windows? I deployed a full-spectrum LED grow light exactly 12 inches above the Monstera leaves.
Grow lights act as an artificial sun, feeding the Monstera the exact light wavelengths she craves safely. I set it on a smart timer. 12 hours of light, 12 hours of total, peaceful darkness. Step 2, pruning. I took sterilized scissors and ruthlessly snipped away all the yellow, completely dead leaves. This stops the Monstera from wasting precious energy on dead tissue, redirecting it completely to new growth.
Also, starving plants drink much less. I made sure the soil was completely dry before watering her again.
After 4 weeks of rehab, the transformation was unreal. The pale, weak stems finally thickened up nicely.
The Monstera pushed out a massive dark green leaf with perfect, beautiful splits. She was totally alive.
The official cause of death was avoided. Never trust the low-light lie on tags.
Subscribe to the Urban Leaf right now. Stop the indoor massacre and keep your indoor jungle alive.